Well, hello. Welcome to Georgia Woodsman. I'm Papa Bear Bryant. As you can see, Papa Bear. I've got a few things here that I wanted to show today. I've just started getting into leather work. My brother got me into this. Matter of fact, he bought all my tools and stuff for me to use. But I had made a small sewing kit to go in my haversack, and some people asked to see what was in it. Now, I ain't got everything I want to put in it, but I will in time. But I also wanted to show a few other little things that I've made, which ain't much, and like I said, I've just started getting into this, and I'm sure, eventually I'll get the hang of it and probably get pretty good at it. I don't know. I mean, I'm a good woodworker, so we'll just have to see. So let me rearrange the camera to put you down here on the table, and you won't be able to see my face, but you'll be able to see what I've got laying here. So let me get that done. Okay, so you've seen the sewing pouch that I made. Out here in a minute I'll show you what I've got in here, but this here is what I really want to talk about too. As most people know, I'm a minister. I'm a Christian first of all, but then the Lord has called me to preach, and I don't want anybody to be offended, but I also lean some to the Cherokee way of living because, well, that's part of my ancestry, because my grandmother on my daddy's side was full-blooded Cherokee Indian, and on my mama's side and my granddaddy Bryant, of course, they were all Irish, so I guess I got more Irish blood in me than I do Indian, but I've always loved the Cherokee ways of doing things and all. So I made this medicine bag, and I know that there isn't but one God, and that's the one I serve, which is the great I am. But the medicine bag in my eyes was made to help somebody. You put things in them that you believe in, that will help you to, if you're in a tight spot. Let's say I was in the woods and I was lost, or I'm just going through a hard time in my life. I've got things in here that reminds me of the Lord. I've got some anointing oil because I'm Pentecostal, so I believe in anointing the house, everything, and praying over it. But I do pray to God. On the front of it here, I've got an eagle, and that reminds me of in Isaiah, it says, "They that wait upon the Lord shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." So I put that on there to remind me of that scripture. I've got a couple other things in here that, well, I don't want to tell you, but I'll tell you this: it all has to do with Jesus. I'll tell you one more thing I have in here. It's a little red stone that I picked up, and that reminds me of the blood that Jesus spilt for my sins. So anyway, that's one of the things that I made for myself. I probably pass it down when I'm gone to somebody else. Okay, I'll set that out of the way. And this is just a little fire bag. It's made out of some leather that my nephew, he's getting into the bushcraft stuff, and he just shoves stuff in his pocket or in a suitcase or whatever. But anyway, this is I made this one, put his fire kit in. I've got a only thing I've put in it so far is a Altoids tin, which I plan on getting him a I got some flint I can put in there, but I'm planning on buying him a flint striker to go in here also. He's got a small ferro rod. I may get with Kevin and buy him a bigger ferro rod, a nice one. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. I think it turned out good. I would use it. Okay, this was made out of scraps and stuff that was left over from all that. And what I've got in here, you see I have it kind of rolled up. Eventually I plan on maybe sewing in another, I don't know, like a pin cushion type thing, something I can just shove some needles in. But it holds an Altoids tin. And it rattles a little bit, but well, you can't really hear it. But there's more I want to add to this. But in this, I've got some buttons. But I made this leather pad here to where I can put it on my thumb, and I can use this part of my hand to push a needle through, but I can still grab it and whatever with this side. And if I have to, I can actually do it like this and push the needle through it if I have something thick. Now this can serve two purposes right here. Also, this right here can help patch clothes too, or anything else. But I'm going to put a piece of cloth in there for clothes. That's just for stuff that is leather. This is the innards paracord. Good strong thread. I figure it can be used for fishing line. Say I broke a strap on my backpack or something, I can sew it back on with this, and it's going to hold. It's not going to break. And then I have several different colored threads here on these little spools. And this right here is some waxed nylon thread also that I have. And another thing I noticed that I haven't put in here yet is some beeswax.